So at noon today, we were looking at some live images from Sunday River. It was snowing a little and gray. Other people saw a nice, sunny, mild day.
Yeah, it makes it so interesting here in Maine. It depends on where you are. The mountains got some snow showers. They were cloudy. A lot of us were in the upper 40s. We did more melting. So
A good amount of melting.
I've been
just in time.
Yes, I've reached the age now, Brian, where I'm not bird watching. I'm like watching icicles grow out my window, and I find this.
Oh, you've surpassed the bird watching.
Yeah, there's no amount of retinol and Botox that can fix that that old. You know,
you're just there. You're locked in.
My point is, I had like some 2-story ones a couple of days ago, and now
that's not good, by the way.
Well,
you don't want icicles.
No, you don't. But anyways, it was fine. I didn't have an ice dam on the roof because I'm old enough to read about that as well. They just evaporated over the past couple of days as temperatures were in the 40s, upper 40s in Portland, 51 in Wiscasset, warmest spot in the state. The mountains you can see were around or just a bit above freezing, but they did have some snow showers there. Here's our next storm system, which really isn't that well developed. This is not a nor'easter. It's just an open wave of a warm front that's going to lift through tomorrow morning through the middle of the day. But because it cools down tonight, it'll be cold enough for it to start at least as snow almost everywhere. So here we are tonight, dropping down to the 20s, teens, even some single digits. And that's important because that's the air mass this system moves into. Looks like it's between 6 and 9 a.m. over southern Maine that this snow moves in. It is initially snow, but I'll tell you what, over southern coastal Maine especially, we're talking coastal York and coastal Cumberland County, I think this is a pretty quick changeover to rain. So I think there they get a little shot of snow, then turned over to sleet and rain very quickly through the kind of mid-morning hours. But it continues snow into the mid-late morning hours inland. And even the middle of the day, we still have quite a bit of snow going on and some decent snowfall rates into Oxford County especially. But you notice it has changed over fully to rain over southern Maine, even into northwest York County and Cumberland County into the mid-coast. And a lot of us end as rain outside the mountains in northern Maine. So if you're in this shaded green, that means that you'll see snow and then rain on top of it. So it will be a heavy, wet situation, kind of slushy to move around. And then the system's out of here by tomorrow evening, and we're in better shape on Friday. Another storm system moves in on Saturday. We'll talk about that one in a second. So snowfall forecast, 1 or 2 inches along the coast. Again, I think it's probably on the low end over southern Maine, and on the higher end over the mid-coast. 2 to 4 for the rest of the state, and then I did add a 4 to 6 inch bullseye because I think we'll see just a little bit of extra snow growth there out towards Freiburg, North Conway, maybe just about into the Bethel, Newry area as well. They could see 4 to 6 inches of snow. Quiet on Friday. Next storm system moves in on Saturday, and actually that system looks a lot like tomorrow's system, where it's pretty quick moving. It's largely snow, but changing over to some rain along the coastline. So that's probably another 1 to 3, 2 to 4 type deal. Nothing blockbuster in here. It does get colder, noticeably so, Sunday night, Monday. Monday morning could be below 0 in quite a few spots. So that will be a return to form for us for a bit, but we should warm back up by mid next week. I think we have another warm up next week, but it likely this time comes with rain, which is actually, of course, a bigger snow melter for it to be warm and raining than just the warm. But we'll deal with that as we get there. Got those 2 little systems to get through tomorrow. And tomorrow is a tough call, I think, for school districts especially. It's not a tremendous amount of snow, snowing in the morning.
It's just when it's snowing. That's the problem.
And then you get to this point, too, where it's an inch or 2 of snow, especially along the coastline, is kind of part of a Maine winter. It's a very difficult.
Right.
I'm glad it's not my job.
And we were so spoiled with the early storms that they were all dry snow.
Yes, and they were easy calls. 6 inches? Sure, yeah.
Deep into the mix now. All right, Keith, thank you.